Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma. This channel is called Perfumerism, and today we're going to be talking about perfume. I recently made a trip to Sephora, and when I was checking out with my one item that I was going to get, I saw this in that little section that always teases you with these little small things that are too much money for something so small, but I was seduced. It was this Biography set from Ellis Brooklyn. This is one brand that I haven't really tried a lot of fragrances from, and I've smelled some of their fragrances in passing, but I haven't really ever had a good test for these fragrances, and I know that a lot of people love them because they are vegan, they're cruelty-free, and they also claim to be a clean beauty brand. This comes with all of them except the new Miami Nectar, but I will say I smelled Miami Nectar in Sephora and it smells so good. It almost reminded me of Burberry Her a little bit, but it's this like really sweet pineapple pina colada scent. It's so long lasting and very head turning. I love that one. That's my brief synopsis of that fragrance. Definitely really like that one. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I will definitely like put up how much I paid here. It comes with 9 fragrances. Come on, they could have made it 10 and thrown in Miami Nectar. Anyways, let's get right into it. So the first fragrance is called Salt, and these salted skin fragrances are supposed to emulate the scent of like you just getting out of the ocean. Tahitian tiare, ambergris, vegan, sandalwood. Okay, so interesting. So it has tiare flower, so it's probably supposed to be like a little bit tropical. This is a scent that would probably smell a little better on skin. Okay, I get the tiare flower, but it's very in the back. It's not necessarily tropical. Also, there's like nothing in this. They could have filled it a little more than that. These are all filled to the top. Yeah, they're all full except this one. That's a little weird. I'm not liking it that much. I always thought I liked this one. So I sprayed it on the back of my hand, but for some reason I'm not liking this one. Yeah, I looked on Fragrantica and people said that this smells like Velvet Orchid from Tom Ford, which gives me the worst headache. And I get that vibe from this scent. It's like salty skin, but they're adding too much in here that makes it a little confusing and a little overwhelming. I don't like this. I really wanted to. I thought I was gonna like this. I always thought that I liked this fragrance. Like I like the concept, I like the color, but I think I'm just confusing it with Salt Air by Skylar, which is another salted fragrance. It's so much better and it's also clean beauty. Same color, like same everything, except it's just good. And this one I don't really like. I don't know why. It's just a little too overwhelming. I like the concept of like a beachy, just got out of the ocean thing, but I get like this kind of gross, salty ambergris note that smells like the ocean. And then the flowers smell really indolic. Like I'm getting a really dirty aspect from this. So if you like this, I could see people liking it, and I've heard of good like scent combinations that are good with this, but overall, it just didn't work for me. That was interesting. I did not expect that. I really expected to like that. Okay, the next one we have is Sunfruit, which is another fruity scent. This, I believe, is like a fig scent. Fresh fig, jasmine, and vanilla planifolia. I think I've heard mixed things about this one too. All the photos are like coconut and fig. I'm gonna put it on my other hand. I think I'm gonna like this one too. I feel like I've smelled it before. I'm not getting coconut, I'm not getting tropical, I'm just getting like fruit, like kind of overripe fruit. It's sweet. There's something that's reminding me of like, it's not a cleaner, but like a soap maybe, but it's not soapy. It's just, if I were to get like a fruit scented body wash, that's just what I'm imagining. Like if this was like a mango scented body wash. I don't know. It says that it is inspired by an Emily Dickinson poem on forbidden fruit. So it's supposed to be like really nice fruity floral scent. It's supposed to be gorgeous and sensual, but also trying to be tropical at the same time. Okay, I get a lot of the pear. The fig is not particularly there for me, but I think I'm used to like, I also don't get a lactonic note. I don't really get any coconut. I mostly get pear scent. And I think that that's what I'm associating with like soap. I definitely get the florals in the middle. It's okay. I can see it as like a slightly green, slightly fruity scent. I'm not like wowed or anything. I could see myself liking it, but I could also see myself being like, as of right now, it's kind of a pass for me. I could see liking it. There's nothing about it that puts me off. It's just, if I were smelling this at Sephora, I would probably smell it, put it down, and then keep going. So it's one of those scents that if you were to ask me, hey, this is my favorite perfume, I'd be like, it's good. It smells good. There's nothing that's upsetting about it. There's nothing bad. It's just not like wowing me, but it's good. So if you like it, but it's just really mid for me. All right, the next perfume that we have is Florist, which I believe is their newest scent other than the Miami Nectar. I've heard bad things for this perfume, but I don't remember what I've heard. I just feel like I've heard like vaguely not good things, but also some people don't like flowers for no reason. So, okay, this is a classic floral. So tuberose, gardenia, and honeysuckle. I love honeysuckle. It used to grow kind of like around the corner from my house, and I would pick it with my friends and suck out the honey part. I love honeysuckle. It's so like sentimental to me. Going on my inner wrist. Oh, pretty. a good balance between fruity. I get a bright pear right in the opening, but it has this clean, almost laundry-like sheer jasmine. It reminds me of Toca Florence. Toca Florence is a little bit green, a little bit like petitgrain. This one's not as green, it's more like fruity. And it also reminds me of the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine, which is also this like kind of jasmine-y, fruity floral scent that to me reminds me of almost like clean laundry. There's almost a linen aspect to it. So far, this one's my favorite. I think that you definitely have to like tuberose, like a floral perfume, but this one's very pretty, very wedding-y to me if you like that kind of scent. All white sundress, milkmaid dressed kind of floral perfume. Yeah, it reminds me of Pure Poison by Dior, which I remember I wore to a job interview one time. So to me, this smells very classy, beautiful, done up. It almost reminds me of this, which is a cardigan I thrifted. It has these like flowers stitched in. Kind of reminds me of like this cardigan. The vibe is like thrifted clothing aesthetic, flowers. Yeah, again, it is a floral perfume and it is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I would say I really like this one. All right, next up we have Myth. Myth is actually the only perfume that I own a full size of from Ellis Brooklyn, and it is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. This is the ultimate clean girl perfume. I'm gonna spray it on a card because I don't need to spray it anywhere else. This perfume smells like, I always talk about this perfume in kind of the same way. It smells like bubbles. It smells like crystals. If you were to picture like a quartz, that's what it would smell like to me. I mean, okay, to be fair, like if I were to picture like crystals, I would imagine walking into a crystal store where they're burning Palo Santo. So I'd think of like incense, but if you think of like a white crystal, this is what it would smell like. It's like a perfume that's almost not a perfume. I always describe this in the same way, so I apologize if I'm redundant, but I had a lot of people say that they work in healthcare and technically places where you can't wear perfume, and you'll wear this perfume and people will compliment you and stuff. And I'm not saying you should wear perfume in places where you can't wear perfume, but like if that gives you any kind of picture of what this perfume is, that's what this perfume is. It's almost like not perfumey, but it's not that it doesn't smell. It just kind of smells like you are clean. Like it smells like you are hygienic. Like this is a perfume that I'm like clean, but it's not soap. It's not floral. It's not fruity. Like it is, there's those notes, but it's not. It's like, it's just very like hygienic, and it's not even something you can really smell on paper. I usually smell this on my skin. It's a very like, it's clean, it's fresh, it's crisp, it's soapy, it's really just good. It's like white musk, pink lotus, like it kind of just smells like natural and skin-like. Very beautiful, so classy. You can hardly smell it on a piece of paper, but it's not one of those perfumes that you buy and you're like, this was a waste of my money, I can't smell anything. Like this, to me, it has a smell, but it smells like when you put it on skin, it blossoms a little more, but it's still one of those perfumes that I just can't imagine. I never call a perfume headache free. Like this is a perfume that won't give you headaches, because if you are headache prone, generally one thing that causes headaches is overstimulus. Okay, like if you are in a mall, the lights are too strong and there's too many people going around, like stimulus, any kind of sensation can cause a headache if it's too much. So sometimes just the existence of scent will cause a headache. However, I will say this is a perfume that I find it very hard to imagine that this would ever trigger a headache. But then again, I have gone to millions of people tell me I have headaches from every perfume and this perfume doesn't give me a headache, and then I'll make a video saying, oh, this perfume doesn't give people headaches, and then I'll get comments saying it gives me a headache. So I feel like there's no such thing as headache-free perfume, but if there were, I'm gonna say I'm guessing this one is probably pretty safe, but everyone is completely different and has different triggers. So don't take my word on that. Like go sample it for yourself and everything if you are headache prone, but I think it's not bad. I think it's a pretty safe bet. Now let's smell Sweet from Ellis Brooklyn. Pear Orris Marshmallow. Wait, why have I never smelled this? This has marshmallow in it? Okay, also Ellis Brooklyn loves a pear note. Like literally, probably almost all the perfumes we've smelled so far have had pear in them. So Ellis Brooklyn is a pear girl for sure. Oh my God, this smells like black opium. People say it smells like God is a Woman. That's so weird. I'm looking at people comparing this perfume to God is a Woman, Lee Studied, Mod Vanilla Glossier You. I like this one. Oh, the opening is that black opium smell where it's that kind of syrupy pear, like the pear scent mixed with a really sweet note. I'm guessing it's the marshmallow, but it's still not as intense and it's a little fruitier. On my skin, I'm getting the similarities to Mod Vanilla, to God is a Woman because it's that pear, but this is more gourmand. It's like a more green version of 100 Silent Ways, like a little juicier. I like this. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. There's something that I spray and I smell this and I'm like, it's good. I like it. This is just like a first impressions for all of these. I kind of want to give you that like visceral impression. So I'm not going to be able to give you like how long they last and stuff like that. I mean, maybe I can put it in through editing because I will be wearing these on my skin, but I won't be able to tell you like this is how long it lasts or this is whatever because this is mostly first impressions. But I would say like I feel like I could see this perfume not being super long lasting. Yeah, I like the marshmallow. Like I smell this and it's kind of cozy. I like it. Like this is a perfume that makes me want to like curl up and read a book. I don't know. Okay, I'm happy about that perfume. I like it. Next up, we have Vanilla Milk, which I am not spraying on myself because I've smelled this a few times. I bought a sample of this from Scentsplit and I don't like this perfume. I had a whole milk perfume series looking for the perfect milk perfume, trying all these milk perfume, and I tried Vanilla Milk. When I first smelled this, I was like, oh my God, it's the milkiest vanilla scent. Like when you first smell this, it's incredible. Like it's just this milky vanilla perfume, but I just need to know, did the people who released this perfume ever put it on skin? Because it goes really, really stinky. It goes sour. It goes into like off milk and it is just not good. But the perfume on card is so good. So if you out there have the kind of skin chemistry that you can like, this can work on you, good. Because on card, it's like slightly plasticky, but still kind of like a fluffy, like whipped chantilly vanilla cream. It's just, you know, this would have been my perfect milk perfume if on skin it smelled like this and not the way that it turns on skin, because it turns into actually like sour milk, which unfortunately is not my vibe. But it's so pretty on here. It's so milky and fluffy and like whipped in vanilla milk. I just didn't like how it worked on my skin, so maybe it's a me thing, although I've heard a lot of people tell me the same thing. It is what it is. Okay, next up we have Super Amber, which I think is their version of Glossier You. I've never actually smelled this perfume before though, so let us smell it. Is this a joke? I can't smell anything. I just smell like vaguely bad. Maybe it's one of those things where like certain musk notes are too big for some people's olfactive receptors to be able to bind to them. So some people actually can't smell certain musks. It is a thing that can be trained, but when I smell this, I'm not smelling a whole lot of anything. I just smell like, I smell wall. I feel like someone is renovating a wall. Like they're taking like a hammer and breaking it, and I'm smelling kind of drywall dust. I don't like how this smells. I do not like how this smells. And people are saying it smells like Namat's Amber. No. It does not smell like Namat's Amber to me, because I don't think it smells like Dead Cool Milk. Like, I get that there's sandalwood in the scent, but like if I wanted an ambery sandalwood scent, I would wear Dead Cool Milk. I love Dead Cool Milk. I love Namat's Amber. I don't love this. This smells like I'm breaking into the wall. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. Like, I feel like it has to be a me thing, because if you are comparing this to Dead Cool Milk, we don't have the same nose, because how are we getting there? I don't like it. I know that there's someone at home sitting and watching and you really like this perfume, and I just have to say, I promise you, it is my skin chemistry mixed with my ability to smell these certain molecules. And also the fact that I grew up in a house that we were doing renovations on, but I know that a lot of people would really, really like this. So I'm just not a fan. We have 2 perfumes left. Now we have Ellis Brooklyn Bee. Honey Dark Rum Cocoa Absolute. Interesting. I've heard that this is supposed to smell like a bee, and it's really interesting. Honey, it's like, obviously this is a vegan brand. They don't use any honey in this perfume, but this is such a good honey perfume. It is literally honey. On paper, there's a slight plasticky note that I don't imagine would be there on skin. I think it's so cool that there's bran in this. Divana sandalwood. Like, this is a gourmand. I think it's really well done. Like, I kind of don't want to put this away. I don't know how often I would wear it, because I don't really gravitate toward like wearing honey, but I think that it's one of those perfumes that it's this like visceral yum, you know? When we taste honey, that's one of the things that's from nature, that's a thing that makes us happy and tastes good. Is one of like the natural delights of this world. And that's that's like what I smell with this. It's really well done. It's true to honey. There's different notes in it. There's a little bit of like a spicy facet with the Divana and sandalwood and stuff, but honestly, I'm just getting honey. I hardly pick up anything else. All right, now we have the final scent from Ellis Brooklyn, which is called Après. And I've smelled this before. I actually have a sample of it at home, but like I don't remember what it smelled like. I just remember I've smelled it. I think I've like liked it. I just can't tell you anything about it or what it smelled like. The notes are juniper berries, bourbon, and sandalwood. Oh, that's why I like it. It's because it's like a cocktaily, sexy, dark perfume. Oh, interesting. This is masculine. This is like something I imagine the maker would come out with. It's a little like piney and a little woody. It's like Sauvage, but it's not fresh. It reminds me a lot of that like Magic Energy. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Magic Energy from Charlotte Tilbury, where if you like patchouli and juniper and the smell of being in the woods, it's kind of like this weird, I don't know, maybe that's my association. I know that like reading the notes, it's giving cocktail bar, but it's all, there's like this smoky, and they have so much juniper berries. To me, it's actually taking me out of gin territory and actually toward forest territory is what I'm entering with this. I should put it on my skin. I really like the florist one, and I really like sweet. Sweet's really nice. Yeah, it's not my favorite. It smells like a fragrance that a man would buy that would be like I don't know, it smells a lot like a men's fragrance. I'm seeing people compare it to Gris Charnel. I would say I'm on the fence with this one because there's aspects that I really like, and when I compare it to fragrances and I'm like looking through the fragrances compared to, I'm like, oh, I do see the aspect of Gris Charnel, but I don't like it as much. And then, oh, I do see the aspect of this, but it's not like there for me. I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's because I don't have enough experience with it. 'Cause sometimes perfumes grow on you just from like exposure, you know? This is in the family that I would like smell this and love it, but it's just not there for me. So I don't know, probably not. Yeah, I'll just say I don't love it. I don't love it. I thought I liked it. I think people like it, but I don't know. I think I would get Gris Charnel or I would get other perfumes before I would get this. Yeah, overall, I had a really fun time with this collection. Shout out to Ellis Brooklyn. Yeah, if you want any of these perfumes, I'll link the discovery kit below in the description. Tell me guys what you want to see in the next video, and I will see you guys later. Love you guys.